Someone sitting in the shade today because somebody planted a tree a long time ago. Warren Buffett. Now, the beauty about this quote is that you could be the someone and that somebody, and you can also be the tree. I'll read it again. Someone, that's you, sitting in the shade today because somebody, also you, planted a tree, also you, a long time ago. So plant yourself now so that the future you can look back and say, thanks. All right, mindfulness. We're closing in on the end. We're almost there, folks. I hope I'm good for time. Should take maybe 5 or 6 minutes. We're good. Okay, 12:25. Mindfulness. Big word. We hear it a lot. It's a huge buzzword these days. Got to be mindful. I'm going to try and break mindfulness down into 3 things to focus on. Seems like 3 is kind of the magic number. It's hard to focus on more than 3 things at a time. Number 1 is balance. Balance between having a one-track mind and blindly following your dreams, and also having a scatterbrain and being all over the place and not knowing how to manage what's going on. I was actually talking to a friend last night, and they said they were often overwhelmed by the vast option space of the future. Okay, they didn't say it quite like that, but they were thinking about everything all at once, all the things they could or should change in their life. Now, you could refer to that as analysis paralysis. It's impossible to take action, to take a first step, when there appear to be 1,000 paths to take. So practice through mindfulness, meditation maybe, narrowing your focus down to a couple of things at a time, if this is something that you struggle with. So like I said, meditation, a great way to develop that skill. Often in meditation, we try and free our mind of any and all focus points, or when ideas and thoughts come in, we let them bubble away. But it's okay at the beginning to just narrow our focus to just a couple of things. Number 2, moderation and self-awareness. Kind of a weird thing to think about moderating, but you definitely should. This is actually a recommendation by John Flavel, a developmental psychologist I was reading about. I came across him in my research on metacognition, which is a complicated concept, but has to do with thinking about our own thoughts, and something that you've hopefully been doing throughout the talk today and will continue to do later. So hyper self-awareness, John Flavel says, can lead to anxiety and negative mental loops. So self-awareness is a positive thing, absolutely. I think it's beautiful, but it's only positive until it isn't, until it turns us into our own worst enemy. I think I've said it before, but I'll say it again. It's possible to have too much of a good thing. I think I said that with flow. It's possible to have too much of a good thing. So tap into your self-awareness, but don't let that become a negative downward spiral of anxiety and negative mental loops. You got to pull yourself out. Third and final point on mindfulness, energy release and regeneration. Mindfulness can be used for this. I also like to think of this as a great opportunity to tap into creative outlets. So bringing it back to flow. Creative outlets are a huge source of mental tranquility for me. Thing is, creativity looks different for everyone. And it can also help you achieve flow when you pair it with a skill in a given domain. So my interests are not your interests. My success is not your success. My creativity is not your creativity. But I'll give you a few examples. Are you a good cook? If you're a good cook, if you got that skill, ramp up that challenge by experimenting a little bit in the kitchen. Find a recipe and bend the rules a little bit. Change the seasoning, the cook time, the temperature. Are you athletic? Change up your workout routine. Look at what other people are doing and maybe try and blend 2 more exercises together to make a nice superset, or do an interesting new compound movement, or ask people what they do. Increase that challenge, increase the likelihood of flow. Are you artistic? Pick up a new medium of self-expression. Why not? I mean, I'm comfortable with digital design, but I'm terrified of painting. I can play guitar, but percussion would be an interesting and new kind of musical challenge for me. Whatever it is, do something. Started off this talk talking about how to take action. It comes after reflection, and there's a back and forth between action and reflection, always in concert. Success and failure, always in concert. Action, reflection, action, reaction, energy release, and regeneration. It's all about the dichotomies and balancing the 2 sides of every single coin you flip in the air. So whatever it is, do something, do anything. Take your time, struggle a little bit, make mistakes, and come back to me in 12 months. We'll see where you're at.